Jaret Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit JaretGoesToTheMovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick. And this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
Baby's a dummy.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jaret. This is a podcast called Jaret Goes to the Movies. Although I don't do the show by myself, my name is on it because I am easily the most famous person associated with the show. I did a toast at my best friend's wedding.
Oh, you did that there too?
And I did. Because it's just a bunch of musicians and shit, and it's people who definitely do things that are more famous than what I do right now.
Uh-huh.
So I knew it would get like a really big laugh because it's like the guy who writes for Modern Family all the music for that.
Oh, wow.
And then, you know, like all these major like TV dudes. But they're all just songwriters who make a shitload of money, but nobody knows their name, you know? And so I opened up with, well, if you're not paying attention to me, then something is obviously wrong with you. I am easily the most famous person probably in this city right now. Easily in this city right now. But I had a great time. We'll get into that in a minute. Again, my name is Jaret, and with me, as always, is Rich.
Hello.
And the lovely Casey, who is beyond multitasking today. She came in for the pre-show, and instead of even paying attention to us, took her headphones, unplugged them from the show, and plugged them into her phone.
Because I have a headphone jack in my phone.
She has a headphone jack for a limited time.
For another year, anyway.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I don't need to upgrade.
Kitty Corner Will is here.
Hello.
And Tim Toole, my neighbor, is here.
Yo.
Fresh back from California.
Yeah. The tan?
Got a little tan.
I look like a lobster, actually.
You went to your hometown, right?
That's right, yeah.
And you got family there to visit, or was just a...
Yeah, all kinds of family. That's where we're from, so...
Okay, and
Where is this town?
San Jose.
Okay.
San Jose, California. And you take the whole family?
Whole family.
Okay,
yeah.
so the kids got to miss a few days of school?
3 days.
Yeah, you guys don't give a fuck anyway. Like, y'all are just like, you know, just like swear on the bus. Miss a couple of days. We'll go to California.
If the principal says anything, tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're honor roll students. They get straight A's. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there you go. Listen, I'm not knocking it. But by all means, I think it's a good part of the show, though, because it's a good lesson in which way you want to go. Yeah.
We are from California. So,
I used to get really bad grades, and originally it was called conduct, and then they changed it to citizenship, and I would literally get Fs. But I made straight A's as a student, and my dad would literally go up and meet the teacher and just be like, I just don't understand. What's he doing that you're saying he's this bad, and you're sending him home with a failing grade in his citizenship, but he has the highest grade in your class? What's he doing? Well, he's not paying attention. Obviously, he's paying attention. You know, well, what is he? You know, he's disrupting class. Well, if he's disrupting class, then send him out of the class. You know, whatever. Guys, it is debate night when we're recording this. It is Monday, December 20... No. What's the fucking date, Rich?
September 26th.
Right now, Hillary and Donald are arguing on television. I found it kind of funny today. I was driving home from picking up Emma from school, and I was thinking about tonight, and I knew that I wasn't certain that Casey was going to watch. She had her sister in town. I didn't know she was going to be here. I didn't know Will was coming, and I didn't know if Tim was going to make it because you had told me that he was, but he was also posting that he was out of town. You never know how that's going to go.
Right.
But I just thought, how neat is it that especially Rich and Tim are here, that you can't be watching the debates, and you guys would be torturing people on Facebook right now, like torturing, and just being so passive and just so oddly leading into like sort of what your views are, but just enough to where the person thinks you're fucking with them, and that's what would be happening right now. I feel like we're saving, at least 100, 200 of our friends
easily
from all of that, and Will would just be sitting there watching it with his dog, shaking his head, and I honestly wouldn't care. I'd be watching football right now.
Right.
Yeah.
They have football on right now?
It's Monday night.
Against the debate, really?
Well, yeah, you can't. I mean, what stops football?
I don't know.
Don't you remember Trump was like, that's during the football game?
Oh, no.
Did he really?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so I feel like we saved a lot of people from the political torture. I feel like you've been, or do I just not follow you anymore? Maybe that's what it is.
You don't follow me. I've been staying
now we're
off
friends.
of Facebook,
Let's
no, we're
say
not friends.
Yes, we are. 100%. I checked after the last time you said that we weren't, and I was like, no, we were 100% friends, but I think I took you off my feed individually. I'm looking
we're
right
not
now.
friends.
I swear to God we are.
I don't get anything from you.
Well, I probably blocked you.
It sounds so funny if I didn't know.
Oh, maybe that's
Facebook.
what it is.
Yeah.
We're still friends, but you
guys
blocked me?
Just look into your own hearts. You're
I
friends.
don't think you can do that.
I didn't block you, dude. Oh my God, we're not friends.
I told you.
All right, I'm re-adding you right
No,
now.
I'm not accepting. It's been peaceful.
It really has, hasn't it? Maybe that's the best. Should I delete that request?
No, it's hard to get in touch with you if I can't use Facebook Messenger, though.
Well, you can use Facebook Messenger, though.
Oh, we can?
Yeah.
And not be friends?
Well, I will say this. Let's seriously look at this. But we have been really getting along. Like real good,
I know,
and
right?
even like from a business standpoint,
I know.
like which is hilarious because I say business, but it's not like we fucking really.
That's true.
But like we've really been getting along, and like agreeing with each other. So one day, remember that time it was like last week. We were like saying the exact same thing, but we both thought the other one was being like super aggressive. It was like, that's what I'm saying. Me too. Oh, well, thanks for agreeing. Yeah, you too. Suck it. I wanted to just flash back to last week's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I did listen to a little bit of it. I'm sort of making a habit of at least kind of checking in on the shows.
Quality assurance checks?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this one I was just checking up on you to see if you added something in that I had done and you didn't. And so...
Just checking your work.
It was a long one. I took out a whole hour.
No, we have a new intro thing that it's like a teaser
thing.
deal.
You're right. I just forgot.
And
I forgot about that.
But anyway,
it's on my laptop.
It sort of hurt my feelings a little bit.
No, I totally was. I meant to put it in. I just forgot. It was nothing.
Well, I'm just saying that it's
no editorial
I
whatsoever.
fucking had that done. I was super excited about it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so I listened back, and you said maybe the most dead on Rich Coleman statement of all time.
Okay.
Because we're talking about Seattle music, and you said this. I really liked all of the bands that came out of Seattle, except for Nirvana. They were just fucking terrible.
Right.
I fucking hated them. Everything else was great.
What the fuck?
And it got me thinking, so let me first explain this. The album Bleach that came out first, again, it's noisy, whatever. The Nevermind record, it is a pop masterpiece. I mean, it was literally I just don't. So really, that's just you hating the iPhone, and that you were doing it all the way back then.
No. I can back this up. So, Smells Like Teen Spirit was good. I heard it in Germany for the first time. I was in Germany at the time, and I was like, "Whoa, this is new and different. This is really cool." And I liked the song. And then they came out with their next song. And then they came out with their next song. And I was like, this is all formulaic. It's the same down now, and he's singing low, and then he started heavy chord strumming over the chorus and screaming. They did that for every single song. I was like, oh, okay, this guy is a one-trick pony. And that's what turned me off.
Well, I disagree. I think if you went back and listened to that record as being a seasoned musician, you would probably not agree with your former self.
I just thought it was...
Well, because the songs aren't... There is no set formula to them. I think that's kind of why it pushed against the things that were happening. Because it wasn't verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus.
I don't deny that it wasn't important. I do agree that it was an important album.
Right.
And it changed a lot of things.
It struck me, though, as just being sort of you've been this way. You've been who you are. forever. Like, that's you. That's you fucking.
Right.
No, the iPad is stupid. You have to get this other one that doesn't do all that. The iPhone sucks. Mac is terrible. And this is bad. And people shouldn't watch sports. And just like, it's the Nirvana fucking code. That's what it is.
Sure.
The Nirvana fucking, it's not the code. What should it be? The Nirvana syndrome. You got the Nirvana syndrome.
You know, I'm still mad. I brought up Nirvana one episode, and you were like, "Shut up, Tim."
No. Hold up. First of all, I wasn't like, "Shut up, Tim." And so I do want to.
Kind of were shut
I
up,
want
Tim.
to keep going with what I was saying is that what we were talking about was a specific place and time as far as what we were talking about and like that early stuff. I do agree. Like, as we get into the In Utero albums and that, like, I don't like when they. I've said this 1,000 times. I don't like when people try to sound bad. Like that fucking Heart-Shaped Box song where he sings the wrong note on purpose. Hey, wait! I hate it. Like, hate. Because it doesn't feel good to my ears.
Right.
I like G, C, and D. You know?
Okay.
That's what I like. But you know what? If I cut you off on Nirvana at one point, then I apologize for that, Tim. And we do have no effects in common, so we'll always have that.
The question you asked is, what was the greatest year of rock or something like that? And he said, when was Nirvana? And you were like, shut up.
Yeah, that probably sounds like something I would say, actually.
1991.
I'll go ahead and just be like, okay, yeah, I fucking said that. That was a silly year, actually, because you had like the Nirvana. Yes, the Nirvana thing was happening, but again, it was like this whole real confusion of all of it.
All messed up.
Everybody, like, metal bands were wearing pajama pants and slapping the bass and stuff. It was real weird.
Yeah. You had the Spin Doctors.
You had the Spin Doctors, and
geez.
Red Hot Chili Peppers were just killing it at that point. Yeah. You know, they were huge. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't feel like early 90s is my favorite. I just wanted you to know that I think about you sometimes in the car. That's why I brought that up.
Okay, thanks.
Cowboys and Aliens 2011. A spaceship arrives in Arizona, 1873, to take over the Earth. Starting with the Wild West region, a posse of cowboys and natives are all that stand in their way. The director was Jon Favreau. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man. Some other comic book stuff too, right? Or is it just kind of that franchise for
Iron
him?
Man 2.
You know, for me...
Swingers.
Yeah, so Swingers is really the direction I go
You
with
don't
that.
like Swingers, right?
Well, it gives me anxiety.
Oh, because
I don't like
phone
that.
Call?
That Vince Vaughn character that he plays sometimes does give me a little bit of anxiety.
Dude, that is
I love him in
funniest.
Wedding Crashers because he's sort of on the other end of that, but it's not the other protagonist that's given it to. It's, you know, just the whole overall situation.
Man, what about the Elf?
Oh, Elf.
Yeah, he did
is
Elf.
he an Elf?
He did. He
He
directed
directed it and starred in it, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
He didn't star in it.
Well, he was the doctor.
Oh.
He cameoed.
Anyway, Favreau is great. I used to like that.
Swingers is one of my top 5 movies.
You remember he used to do that show on what is it? IMC or whatever, and it's called like Dinner for Five.
Oh, yeah.
And he would have like comedians
Right,
and you know, all these guys come in, and it's just I loved that show because it was kind of one of those first, you know, just 5 dudes who, some of them have comedy and acting or whatever in common, and you just talk about topics of the day and smoke cigars, and you know, he put out The Jungle Book in 2016.
Chef. Did you see Chef?
Chef, I was just seeing that. No, I didn't. But
I couldn't make it through it. I thought it was
What the
horrible.
what?
I thought it was horrible.
That's the best movie ever.
Just because you like to cook or something?
Yeah,
All right.
probably.
he's been in a bunch of this kind of stuff. Anyway, the guy's done.
He was in Friends.
He's-
He was the MMA billionaire that dated Courtney Cox.
There you go. Writers of this were Roberto Orci, and he did Transformers and Spider-Man 2, as well as Alex Kurtzman, who did both of those movies with him.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed you put all the writers in on this, and here's why you did. Because Damon Lindelof wrote Lost. So he's the third credited writer
Yep,
of this.
that's exactly
and that's
why I did
exactly
it.
why you put him in
I
there.
love everything he does. He did Prometheus, and I love Prometheus. I have no problems with Prometheus. Everyone hates it. I don't know why. I think it's great.
They made some poor decisions.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the characters?
Yes.
Sure. What suspense thriller do the characters not make bad decisions that make you go, I don't don't do that. Why are you doing that?
We should do Prometheus. Did you do Prometheus already?
Nah.
No, I had Prometheus once.
It's
and
easy to
it was
tear apart.
hard to get rid of because I'm allergic to penicillin. Mark Fergus, who was did Iron Man, and then Hawk Otsby, who I guess is just honorable mention here because he didn't do shit.
Right.
So those are our writers. Our stars of this movie, it's a long list. Normally, Rich will only give me 2 or 3, so I'm thinking there may be a little bit of something going on
Dude,
here,
it's an
too.
all-star cast.
So Daniel Craig is the main guy, and he's just a great outlaw. And, dude, this first fight scene hooked me. I loved it. Like, I loved the first part of the movie, just the whole Western aspect of it, I thought was just awesome.
Right.
Like, really, really cool. And I thought the vibe was really good. I actually think this, and this is not me hating on the movie at all. I just felt like throughout most of it, the one character that didn't fit for me into the role was Harrison Ford. Like, he became the most, it was the less believable pretty much of everybody, you know, that
I could see that, yeah.
Because he really did. He moved slow. He looked old. But again, I mean, and you know, he makes that same face with the gun every time, which is awesome. You know, I mean, it's cool to see Han Solo do whatever, but he would have been like my one guy who I'm like, I wonder if he was first choice. Maybe he was.
Emma came downstairs and she sits down and she like looks at it and she just goes, "Is this Star Wars?" And I go, "No." She goes, "Is it Indiana Jones?" And I said, "Mm-mm." And she just walked upstairs. Didn't give a shit what else it was.
No. I could see the Star Wars thing though if you're a kid because
There's aliens.
Well, he's kind of wearing the same outfit, you know,
Yeah.
like it's sort of the same. Olivia Wilde, who was the sort of mysterious traveler who knew what was going on, and she looked very nice in this motion picture.
She was always clean, had great eyeliner, and perfectly white teeth.
Right.
There you go.
That's
Yeah. Do you have anything to say about Olivia Wilde?
other than her giant forehead.
Yeah. Okay. You don't like her giant forehead?
No, she's like strangely hot, but I don't know why she's hot. But then she's sometimes not hot. I don't know. I mean, she's cool. I like her, but I don't know.
I get it. Sam Rockwell, who is awesome in everything he does. I didn't even pick out who it was. I honestly didn't. I didn't know that's who it was, and I feel like he does that a lot. You know, like he can always just play.
It's great. Have you seen Moon?
Oh my gosh,
guy.
Moon was the best.
Moon is amazing.
I haven't.
There's like hardly any dialogue in it. But
It's awesome.
yeah, it's just one guy.
Clancy Brown plays the preacher and doctor, and I recognize him right away in everything he's in because he was in that movie Bad Boys with Sean Penn, and he scared the shit out of me back then.
He was the bad guy in The Highlander.
Yeah, well, there you go. So he's just a bad man who made right in this movie. Keith Carradine was the sheriff.
Right.
Hey,
Carradine.
Is he a Carradine? Like a Carradine?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't put that together. Abigail Spencer was the dead prostitute.
She's the hot one.
Yeah, she was hot.
She was the horror.
Yeah.
She was really hot.
Hooer.
Like super duper hot. She's in a new show called Timeless on NBC.
I've seen
Yeah.
it's like a time
Coming out.
machine thing.
Yeah.
Next week.
Probably as believable as this movie.
Probably.
Anna de la Reguera.
That's the wife of the saloon
Oh yeah,
guy.
she was actually hot too.
Yeah, she's really hot.
Walton Goggins.
You know him, right?
He was Hunt. Yeah. In fact,
Tarantino loves him.
and he was actually in a movie. Oh, Jack, immediately after this was over, put on the remake of G.I. Joe, and he was like the bad guy in G.I.
really?
Joe. Yeah, but that guy's in everything.
Yeah.
David O'Hara was Pat Doolin, and Paul Dano was Percy, who, boy...
Right?
If you're going to make somebody hate somebody right off,
This guy.
just get that guy.
He's good at playing those nasty
Yeah.
things.
My Lord. So is he in other stuff? Because, he's...
So my point of listing on the cast was stacked. I mean, they had a really, really good cast.
So as we got into cast, Robert Downey Jr. was actually picked to play this guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he was supposed to play actually a guy named Zeke Jackson, a former Union Army gunslinger, but dropped out due to scheduling conflicts. And then within the month, they had renamed the character to Jake Lonergan and rewritten to be an outlaw, and he was replaced by Daniel Craig. So
Yeah, he probably would have played it a little more funny, I think.
yeah, I thought Daniel Craig was great. I've never seen any of the Bond stuff or anything that he does. So like I thought
you haven't?
No, I thought that he was really, really good.
No, he's good, yeah.
And
I haven't liked anything. I mean, I haven't disliked anything he's done. I liked everything he's ever been in.
I thought it was super cool, though. They kept his dialogue real, just most of his action was with his face. And I like when characters can do that.
Exactly.
Put across.
Yeah.
I've been shot.
Only two kinds of men get shot. Criminals and victims. Well, which one are you?
I don't know.
You got a name, friend?
I don't know that either.
Well, just what do you know?
English.
I love the mystery, the way they set this up.
Right.
So, how did he get shot? Wasn't an alien blast, because you figure it's Cowboys and aliens.
Right.
So there's got to be some kind of alien component. He's got this thing on this thing. What's this thing on his wrist? Why can't he remember anything? Why is he such a badass? As the movie goes on, they start revealing all of these things, throughout the movie. I love that setup. Are there flaws to the movie? Yes, but I picked this movie, obviously, since no one else likes it but me. But
wait, I haven't said that I didn't like it yet.
But I love westerns. I love sci-fi. And then so when this movie came out, I was like, holy shit, the best of both worlds. And it got a lot of buzz at the Comic-Con. It was huge at the Comic-Con. And I think it fell on the weight of its hype, basically.
Do you like Firefly?
Fucking love. That's the best thing ever. Firefly is
oh my
one
god.
of
You know what's funny? So Firefly and what's that? Serenity?
Yeah.
Right? And this movie, I mean, it's totally awesome. Like everything about it is awesome. Same thing in this movie. I fell asleep. But both and the TV show.
Maybe you were just tired. I fall asleep through great movies just because I'm tired.
I actually started to fall asleep through this one too, but I will say that was because I was tired.
Right.
Yeah, it was less for any other reason. So I'm just going to back up just a little bit. First of all, I thought it was cool how, it's a gunshot, but obviously we know it's Cowboys and aliens, so I know immediately that's not a gunshot, but you don't know that yet. And, for him to, kind of start to realize that, as you said, I thought the mystery was great. That first fight scene was so good. Like, I was actually kind of bummed out that he got his ass kicked twice in the movie, by human beings. Because I thought, oh my God, this guy is so good.
Right.
He beat the crap out of those guys, stole their clothes, and then got their dog. He had a free dog.
He sure as shit did get a free dog.
Free dog. And dogs are supposed to be super loyal. This dog does not give a shit. This dog was just like, I'm going to follow this guy.
The alpha.
You ungrateful for our business? Because if it wasn't for my pa's cattle, there'd be no money going through this town. There'd be no meat on your tables, and your doors would be closed.
I don't mean no disrespect to your father, Percy. You know that.
Of course not. But you asked me to pay.
The whole time that this scene was happening, and even the next couple of scenes that he was in, I kept thinking to myself, there's no way this guy's Paul loves him. There's no way he's coming. He's not going to show up. There's no way he likes him.
I just couldn't stop thinking of him as like the sad brother in Little Miss Sunshine. Does anybody else remember that?
Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
I just was looking at while you guys were talking and saw that that's who he was. I didn't put that together at all. But yeah, he definitely plays this role very well. And boy, I don't know that I would love him. I love that you put in the clips, you just put Percy as an asshole, accidental shooting, and I put snot-nosed little shit in my notes.
So when he was in the middle of the road there, and he was shooting and stuff, and then when Sam Rockwell walked up to him, I thought he was going to be this little kid, and then Sam walks up to him, and he like towers over Sam, and it kind of ruined the illusion of him being this snot-nosed little kid.
Right. And I guess maybe it's just the predictability of fantasy, but the minute I saw, okay, here's this kid, he's a snot-nosed rich kid.
Right.
That's going to be his adopted brother right there, that like is supposed to look after him or whatever. And his dad's going to, have raised him or whatever. I was calling it all. But I just want to say super early, I just thought that the Western aspect of this was fucking awesome.
Right.
I actually really thought... and I guess it doesn't matter because it's stupid to say this could have been a completely different movie because that's dumb. Right. But you could have actually, just not done the alien thing, and I would have still been sucked in.
Sure, I mean, because Westerns are awesome.
Sure.
I mean, the stakes aren't as high as, like, The Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood, but you got to think it's a summer blockbuster, fun movie. You go to the theater and you want to see explosions, you want to see aliens, and this added the, combined awesomeness. So, yes, it isn't Tombstone.
The screenwriters, Robert Orci and Alex Kurtzman, described the film as Unforgiven with aliens landing. So
I wouldn't say it's
you pretty much
Unforgiven.
got the. Well, apparently that's what they were going for. Yeah, I mean, because they're all over this whole thing. It's like when they were screening when Steven Spielberg was meeting with Jon Favreau right at the first of this. They screened The Searchers, Close Encounters of the Third Kind to kind of get that vibe, and then it's like, go put this with Unforgiven, and there you go.
Yeah, I just remember it doing really well on Comic-Con, then it getting bad reviews at the theaters because I didn't go watch it right away, and I was like very disappointed at the reviews and stuff. And then I went to go to the theater and I watched it, and I had a blast. I thought it was so much fun. It was a perfect movie for a summer. Go to the theater, watch it. It wasn't Unforgiven, but it was so much fun to watch.
It was extreme underdog though with being Western. Independence Day, Western times.
You liked Independence Day and you liked Suicide Squad. This movie was much better than those two movies. I mean, Independence Day, the sequel. You like both of those. This movie blew those two away.
I actually got to sit in front of this movie from start to finish with like no children, not even Jaret for me to ask questions the whole time. And I have no fucking idea what the fuck is going on in any part of this movie.
Are you serious?
No clue. Could not hold my attention at all.
Were you on the phone?
At some points, yeah, because it was just really long scenes. I don't know. I mean, I get why people would like it, but I just couldn't. I don't even say I didn't like it. It just didn't hold my attention.
I think the obstacle that you guys have. You guys always watch the day of, right?
Not always.
I mean, generally you watch.
Whoa, hold on. I don't know why you're generalizing my thoughts on this because I haven't given.
No, I'm just saying in general, not this movie. In general, you guys watch the day of,
or the day before.
There's never a day when you guys aren't running around with your heads cut off because you're just busy all the time.
That's true.
So when you're watching a movie that you have not seen yet, then it's almost like I'm forcing you guys to do homework when you guys would rather be doing something else. And if you don't have an emotional attachment to that movie, it's tough for you. I'm not saying
that I'm not emotionally attached to blonde James Bond, but
hold on. Not true at all. In fact, we love it. We sit down. I don't take phone calls while I'm watching. I don't do anything. Look, we try not to ever watch the movies when the children are home. Ever.
Like even today, I had to go do some stuff. And so he actually watched the movie today, and it was kind of a gamble whether or not I was going to get to watch it, so that he could watch it, like, focused and
I take it very, very seriously. Yeah. But this is where
sometimes just show up to drink wine.
This is what I want to say that the bonus is, though.
You had a nooner.
We did it. He tried for 10 minutes to get that joke in.
I did.
People on the podcast are going to be back. Go rewind right now about a minute and a half. You'll just hear him going, but with the. So, anywho, this movie is why I think this podcast is awesome. Because there's no way in hell I would ever have watched a movie called Cowboys and Aliens just because of the title. Right. Ever. No, I mean, and I just wouldn't have.
Right.
But I really did like it. I liked it a lot. There are certain things that I didn't like. And I'll just tell you, I did not like the aliens. I thought the aliens were way too big. They were way too superhero-y. You know, it
seemed like an afterthought a little bit.
Well, they were bigger than the fucking planes they were flying in.
That's true.
You know, and I didn't like that they were like monsters. Like, I didn't like how, like, the first person that they kill in the town is like, roar.
Yeah, I'd rather them just be like creepy little aliens.
Yeah. Or, you know, or have some sort of language or whatever. I just didn't like the monster aspect of it. And so there were, and again, it seems silly for me to have, you know, because, they worked hard on it. They patterned them after Predator and Alien. And you could obviously tell.
Yeah, with the guy that comes out of the middle.
Yeah.
It's totally Alien.
But, again, I just found them to be, like, for example, at the end when they're all going down the tunnel, like, all of a sudden they can be upside down running down a tunnel and shit. It was just like, it just really didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's fair.
And I just thought that they could, and maybe that's the whole thing.
What were they doing with the gold?
It's a comic. Well, the gold is just as rare to them as it is to us.
Right. I thought they said that about the Native American
No,
people.
so I did too until the end, and then I figured it out that like what they were saying was, why are they here? Oh, because the gold is just as
Well, between those big ass aliens and that gold, those ships aren't flying away. Too heavy.
no shit.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the aliens were.
We have gravity here. Like,
but that's where it sort of got me. I just thought, man, they're just too superhero-y. Like you would just think that. You would think that if something's that fast and that massive or whatever, that a gunshot to the head would be like getting shot with a BB.
Yeah, I mean, they already had like huge explosions. Like they could have been like little signs aliens, remember those? And still had big crazy explosions that still would have been like just as good or better.
So, but that's my biggest problem. And again, I don't think that it's something where I like the fantasy aspect of it. I like the sci-fi aspect of it. I thought it was cool. I even like the fact that it causes 3 and 4 different groups of people who have completely different beliefs and outlooks and cultures and all this stuff to band together to do this. It's triumphant, It's sort of how it would have had to have happened back then. But
I definitely don't disagree with anything you said. I mean, all those are super valid points. To me, I just had a ton of fun watching it. I agree with everything you said, but it was just a lot of fun.
I liked it too. I really did. I told Casey when she texted me and she was just like, hey, are you done watching? Yeah, I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I think a sequel is a stupid idea, and I see hints of that on the on the internet. But who knows? What the fuck do I know? Nothing.
What was the criticism online about the movie? Was it that it wasn't enough like the comic?
It just didn't live up to the hype. I mean, it's a fantastic idea. You have fucking
It
Cowboys
really is.
and aliens, the two best my favorite things.
Right.
And you go in this movie thinking this is going to be the most amazing thing ever, and I was just kind of bored with it.
Would the sequel have to be like Cowboys versus like Sharknado?
I don't.
Sharknado.
I just felt it was kind of slow, and the alien ships look stupid, and
I felt like it got a little slow in the boat area, in the upside down.
Well, they had some character
boat.
development to do there, though.
Right.
They needed it. But
it was a little slow. But but I agree, it was character.
They needed you to kind of sort of get to know Harrison Ford. He needed to have a relationship with this kid so you could see he's actually a human being on the next scene.
Right.
That needed to happen.
Agreed, but it was a little slow.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, it's a 2 hour. I looked it up.
It was 2:15.
2:15, and when we looked it up, we watched it on Apple TV. And when we looked it up, the top thing was an extended version or whatever. And I'm like, what?
No way.
But you know what? I didn't feel like it moved super slow to me personally. I mean, usually a 2 hour and 15-minute movie, unless it's just I'm just dying laughing, which never happens. I would be just really seriously like just ready to kill somebody by like an hour and 45 minutes. I really didn't, I thought that everything kind of was spaced out really well. I thought that the Western aspect of it was a great, first act. And then there's this whole like rallying the troops. And then you have this battle and it's just, that's full on Greek mythology or whatever. Like that's how it's supposed to work. So they tied it together pretty well.
Mr. Dollarhide don't like drinking on the job.
Mr. Dollarhide don't like drinking on the job. I don't give a rat's ass what the high and mighty Colonel Dollarhide don't like. I don't care how many Indians he put under, neither.
We sure do flap your gums a lot when the boss ain't around.
I said to space if he was here. Colonel Dollarhide. I'm going to tell you something, boys. Money makes you soft.
And I thought Dudley Moore played a good drunk person. This guy was good.
I had that written down. He was good.
Yeah, he was good. But you couldn't understand. I couldn't understand a word he said here, nor when he's getting pulled apart by horses. Like I could not understand a word. But it was great nonetheless. I think
the scene was amazing though because he's sitting there pooping on the side, and then a loud boom happens, and he falls in the river. He doesn't see anything. It's just flashing lights. He finally pulls himself out of the water, and then everything's just toast. All the people are gone.
Yeah.
I just thought visually, cinematic-wise, it was just awesome.
There are some amazing shots in this, actually. Cinematic. Yeah, that's right. Okay. There's some amazing cinematography in the movie. I thought the opening scene was so amazing.
And that's just Jon Favreau. He's just great.
How he pans over and then you see him, and then just the acting. Again, I hate to go back to the first scene again, but you got to think about this. If it's fucking, 18... it's 1873,
right?
And you wake up and you're like, don't know where you are, and you have this thing that cannot be explained on your wrist and a hole in your side. Like, so all of the things that were happening throughout all of this movie, like we'll get to the point, where we'll be to that point in a minute where, the bracelet starts to make a little bit more sense, but just even think about this, just what a digital sound would have sounded like to them. Like,
right.
Like,
that's the first thing I thought of. I mean, like that.
What is that?
And then it lights up and you're like, shit, they don't even have electricity yet.
Right.
Like, this is, that's got to be that's got to be like up there with the first guy that farted.
Yeah.
Like,
and then he's got a hologram.
The first guy who farted was probably a baby. I don't think it was that big of a deal.
No, there was a guy who, like, it's the first time it, like, clicked, and he was just like, what?
What happened to Everett when he was like 2?
There's, like, poop, and there's not poop. What is going on? It smells like poop. I'm going to credit Scott Simons with that joke, by the way. That is a Scott Simons extraordinaire.
Have you ever pooped in a river?
No.
A lake, yeah.
In a lake?
Yeah.
I think my poop eventually gets to the river.
I think a river would be better because a river
Why did
moves.
you poop in a lake?
I was a little kid. I was in the middle of a lake.
Oh, you were a baby.
Well, I mean, a little kid, and so I
How
pooped.
little?
I mean, like 10. And my parents were like, get in the lake, and so I pooped, and then I realized it's swimming after me, and so I started to try to swim away from it, and I'm being chased by this little brown shark that smells like shit.
Yes, it is shit.
Were you naked?
Just like Caddyshack.
Well, I took my bathing suit off, but I had to have a life jacket on.
Like, were you like 10?
Yeah.
Like 15?
Did water go back up
I
in
was
there?
between 10 and 25.
Oh, God.
Water doesn't go back up there. It, like, closes as it's a
No,
really...
that's a thing, though. Like, they say, like, that's how you get those little things in your pee hole.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. That's a thing. You're not supposed to pee in certain water. Those little fuckers just crawl up there.
Right up in there.
Right up in... It's like reverse sperm.
Maybe that's what happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. Just anytime you have to poop, like, out somewhere, it feels like real caveman-y, but... I definitely wouldn't think you would go in the river. You wouldn't think that those guys would want him to go in the river. They're obviously camping there. They're going to drink that.
Right. And what else are they drinking?
You go dig a hole.
It's fresh water. Where
Why
else are you
would
going to
do
drink?
that?
Go buy a tree.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Throw some leaves over the top of it.
That's
You're
what
done.
I'm saying. That's it. That's all you do. I've seen Naked and Afraid. We still know how to do that, and we're all like spoiled shitless. Fucking.
My name's Ella. Where'd you get your bracelet?
There's something you know about me, lady.
You don't remember anything, do you?
Are you a jewelry person? You like jewelry?
No, I mean, I was actually thinking about this just the other day. Like,
Can you pull off a bracelet this big, you think?
Oh, sure.
You could?
At one time I could.
Yeah.
The problem was when I got into jewelry like that, like I was already dressing punk rock.
Right.
So I couldn't wear it with my everyday outfit, but I could 100% put it on with jeans and like a button down, and I could rock it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
But
okay.
I was thinking about this the other day.
Do you own a pair of jeans?
Yeah, I do. I do, actually. I just bought a new pair the other day because I couldn't find my fat guy jeans before the wedding, so I needed them for the rehearsal dinner. I looked everywhere, too. I scoured the house. I'm like, how could I miss them? They're huge. Like, it looks like a car cover, for Christ's sake, Like, it looks like we're trying to hide 2 motorcycles.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I was just thinking about this just the other day about how interesting it is how we go through jewelry phases. Like, did you ever do like the cross necklace when you were
literally never worn any jewelry ever.
Will you ever wear like the cross necklace or anything?
Crosses don't really fit into my lifestyle.
No, but I mean, like as a kid, like
they burn his flesh.
You had to have like I don't know. See, like things would kind of get in fashion.
I had the fluorescent plastic beads in the 80s, like all the other kids.
You never wore a Swatch watch?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, or like, remember the Ricky Schroeder like Swatch guard thing where you'd put 2 of them together?
The little rubber thing that went across them, yeah.
What about you, Tim? Any jewelry to speak of? You don't even wear a wedding ring. Jesus Christ.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I always try. I see people with jewelry and I go, wow, that really looks cool. He pulls that off. I wonder if I can. I'll put something on me and literally 2 hours later, I'm like taking it off and going, this is not
That ain't
me.
right.
I talk a
This
big
doesn't
game,
work.
though, here. I really do. I talk a big game. I can't pull off everything and haven't been able to, but Butch Walker was once wearing like this huge like honker piece of turquoise jewelry on his wrist, and I thought it looked so fucking cool, and he had cowboy boots on and shit. I can pull off cowboy boots. So I was like, I told my parents, man, I'd really like to have one of these. My mom had it made for me, and to this day it sits by my sink as a decoration, and Casey does not believe that I actually own it.
This is your...
No, whenever he moved in, I was like, so is that like your grandma's, or like what is...
No, that's mine.
That's your Burt Reynolds.
It's my Burt Reynolds bracelet.
I told him to wear that.
Right.
I told him to wear it on that podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's my Burt Reynolds bracelet, and it sits alongside my dad's Burt Reynolds ring that he used to knock the shit out of us on the head when we were in the back of the car.
Is it demons?
Demons? Can't rightly say. Sure does fit the description, but
Demons? What are you talking about?
Has anything
talking about Bible stuff? Demons?
I'm not talking about anything.
Well, what the hell are you talking about?
You gotta calm down, Doc.
Calm down?
Boy.
You're telling me a bunch of demons took my wife?
I didn't say any such thing now.
Took our people?
Get over yourself.
Now so here we go.
Yeah, this is when
Here's where we get rolling. First of all, we find out that he's a wanted man. There's a big reward for this guy.
Right.
They're having the federal agents. They're going to take him to the federal agents or whatever, along with Percy.
Right.
We get to see Han Solo for the first time.
Right.
And it is kind of triumphant when you see him on the
He tried
screen.
not to wear the hat.
I know. So I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
Yeah, he tried not to wear the hat because he thought it was too Indiana Jones-ish. But they said, no, dude.
Yeah.
Wear a hat.
He's kind of got a long history with that, though. I mean, when they cast him in American Graffiti, they were like, hey, you need to cut your hair for this role. And he's like, this role isn't big enough, so I'll just wear a hat. He's a kid at that point.
Right.
Okay, so we find out that he's wanted. We get to see Han Solo do the federal marshal thing or whatever. And, prior to this, they're locked in the back of the trailer thing.
Right.
And this fucker lights up. And again...
Well, first they see Han Solo's crew riding in with the torches.
Right, yeah.
Right?
That's terrifying, right?
Sure.
I never want to see a bunch of dudes on horses riding at me with torches.
No. And then they kind of emulate that whole thing. It's like, oh, there's more people riding in with torches.
Right.
No, it's the aliens. I thought that was a cool little...
Well, I think you have a town in fear of these guys rolling in. Uh-huh. Then you have everyone in fear of what the hell is that? And then they start going through, and they just decide to fish for people. They're just people fishing. And again, here is the thing that's going through my head. This whole scene of all of these unbelievable things that they're seeing,
right?
You would think they would just all pass out. I mean, nothing
I
flies.
agree with you there. Yeah.
Nothing has lights on it.
Right.
They're literally pulling people off the flipping streets, and they're watching them just fly away.
Right.
And then this guy with the magic bracelet, it starts lighting up and beeping and stuff. Like I wouldn't have played it cool. I'd have been like, what the effing?
They would have absolutely thought it was demons and that it was the devil and all. That's because that's what you do when you don't understand something.
I mean, they knew what metal was, so they knew that iron existed. But there's no way at that point you would have ever thought in your life that a piece of iron would fly over you and
no way.
fish for your wife.
Right, exactly.
And
this may be why I'm divorced twice. But if someone fished my wife up in a flying machine that
you moved to Scotland,
I can't understand, then bye, Felicia.
Yeah,
it's time to move to Scotland, right?
Yeah, I don't think I would have that reaction. I would
chase after him.
I would do what I could, sure.
But you wouldn't go follow me for like weeks and weeks and go to their base.
I would.
I'm not offended.
I would just assume you were going to come back.
You would just assume I was dead and move on about your life and be really sad and never get married and die alone.
I would go after my wife.
I think I would. I actually, you know what? You got to think.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I probably would.
He'd be like, we will rebuild.
I would get a lot more people.
Let's move forward.
I would have gotten the army involved.
Right. Which was interesting because that came up.
Yeah, and they said, we don't have time for that.
They have to call Washington to wipe their ass.
Right, yeah.
Well, I love that all this is happening for however many days or weeks or whatever, and the Army is never notified. I mean...
Yeah, would you want to go fuck with that? We all saw what happened on Independence Day. Like, you're going to get your ass blown up.
I fell asleep during that part. But, no, I'm sorry, I was just revisiting a joke from earlier.
What do you want? What do you want?
You come clean right now, or I'll kill you.
They took my people too. I've been looking for them a long time.
I know you can help me find them.
Okay, so it's starting to make sense. So she doesn't know,
and he's starting to remember.
Yeah,
at this point.
but and the thing about her is she just has experience with this. She doesn't actually know him. She just knows, okay, you've got that bracelet on,
and I know what that bracelet
and I
is.
know what that bracelet is. So obviously, I'm putting two and two together here. You don't remember because that's what happens,
right?
And holy shit.
And I love that none of this makes sense, and you're going, that doesn't make any sense. But as the movie goes on, it slowly starts making sense. And then by the end, they don't remember stuff. Oh, that's why he didn't remember.
Right.
And
I think it's kind of a bummer, though, and not to skip to the fucking end of the movie, but I don't care. I think it kind of sucks. Everybody else survived, and then his wife got turned to sand.
I know. She was the hottest one.
I mean, but still, why?
I still can't even figure out why they're taking the people. I know it was to find out their weaknesses.
That was a little lame.
I feel like you just stab them in the stomach and be like, they're fleshy and they bleed. We're
But
done
isn't that
here.
just something that they need to do because that's what we think aliens do? They just experiment on us all the time.
They already done it to several towns. They're like, let's go get some more and find out some more weaknesses.
Right.
They just keep taking people.
Well, no, we don't know that they've done it to other towns.
You know how science works,
We
right?
know that they've done it to another planet.
Rinse and repeat.
You can't base scientific conclusions on a very small sample. You got to have a big sample.
I see. Yeah.
Come on, it's science.
They just keep poking stomachs, bleeding.
Science.
Just fast forward through this whole part.
His feelings are still hurt because he fast forwarded him.
Tim's a producer.
Roadhouse.
There he is.
Good morning.
Morning. What's going on, dude?
Well.
Am I pronouncing your name on another... Is it Rodden?
Yep, you got it right first time.
Rodden James. Good.
So I'm not pronouncing it right? Rodon James.
I think Rodon is cool, though.
It is cool.
Yeah.
I like it, too.
We could call you Rodon. Hey, man. Well, it's good to talk to you. We're talking to Rodden James, who is one of our producers and a longtime supporter of the podcast. And he is in the United Kingdom and had to wake up. We record this podcast at night, normally after my children go to bed, and so it's 8:17 Central Time, but it's 2 a.m. in England.
Right.
You are a trooper.
Thank you.
Rodden, anything else exciting in England? How's the weather? I got to come there in 3 weeks, and is it going to be all wet and gray?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sounds like a perfect place.
It's changeable, but it's going great.
How are the girls in Scotland?
Rich wants to know how the girls in Scotland are.
They're Scottish.
Why'd you ask?
He would like to know why you asked.
Because I like redheads with accents.
Right.
Yeah, then go to Edinburgh. You'll be very happy.
Yeah, there's a lot of redheads there.
Yeah, there's a lot of Karen Gillans just wandering around the place.
What do you say? Edinburgh?
Edinburgh, yeah. And the thing is about their accents, they're so thick. It's literally
I want to not even know what you're saying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I get it. You should get a Russian mail-order bride then. That'd be the fucking best.
No.
Couldn't understand a word. Can't communicate.
That's not the point. I don't think.
I don't understand then.
I just like the school.
Yeah, Edinburgh's not so bad, but Glasgow, you won't be able to understand a word they say there.
Oh, okay. Now, so that's something that I forget. It is a little thicker accent in Glasgow. It's real crisp and cold in Scotland.
That's fine.
They love golf.
I'm going to start in
Edinburgh. Okay, you're going to start and then just mow down Scotland. Just get in there and just trim the red bush.
I'm only looking for one.
Oh, really?
I'm not greedy.
You ready to settle down?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
for a redhead with an accent, definitely.
I'm supposed to be travelling up to Scotland on Thursday, so I will take notes for Rick.
Yeah, okay.
And let him know.
He's driving up to Scotland on Thursday. He's going to take some notes for you.
He's kidding. I don't want him to kid. I want him to be serious.
Why don't you try to sneak some photos?
Yeah.
That is so creepy.
It totally is.
So creepy.
It doesn't even need to be upskirt. It really doesn't.
That's highly illegal. It might not be in England, though. I'm sure it is, though.
That's true.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd probably get struck off for that, so let's not go there.
Okay.
Do Scottish girls like to move to America and marry Americans? So are they looking for ways to move to America?
I have never asked, but I'm sure there are some.
Okay, so it's not a thing? All right, never mind.
We could try to figure it out.
In Russia, they're all trying to just marry into America.
Are they? All of them?
That's where the Russian bride thing comes from.
Oh, I didn't put that together.
Yeah, that's right.
You should just go to New York City then. It's just Eastern European, freaking Asian chicks everywhere.
Why do you keep shoving me over into Eastern Europe? I want Western Europe.
You could do that. I just think you'd find the Eastern Europeans maybe more your type.
What does that mean?
Well, it's just they just don't have the kind of opinions that I think you're going to find in Western civilization.
Like, I need like an Asian.
Well, Russia isn't Asia, and I'm just saying that could be a thing because they're going to
say that often.
I think they might just be less opinionated on the things that you care about, like politics and things like that.
Right.
Whereas, and I'm completely making all of this up. I have no idea. I have no point of reference for anything that I'm saying right now.
I'm well aware.
At all.
Random question time.
That's right, Rodden. It is that time. It's time for 5 questions. I'm going to ask you a series of 5 questions. Some will have to do with the movie. Some will not. And there will be a bonus question at the end. If you get all of these right, you get your name put on the plaque that is located somewhere in my house that no one has ever seen and no one will ever see. But you will know that you were there, and you'll be very, very happy. Are you ready? I assume that you know how this works. I ask you a question, and you answer it. And we go from there. So the first question is, true or false? Harrison Ford, by being in this movie, became the only person in the world to ever be in a movie with both the very first James Bond and the last James Bond.
True.
That is true.
That is true.
Right. Absolutely true. He was in Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom with
that's
Sean
the one you
Connery.
tried to say it's
Last Crusade.
Last Crusade with Sean Connery, as I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted. You got one right. This is great. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to keep it peppy, but I'm not drinking tonight. So maybe I should have ran around the building first here. Yeah. Should have done some running in place and jumping rope. That would have done me some good anyway. I got a few pounds to lose. All right, we'll go on to question number 2. Question number 2. True or false? The person that was asked to do this soundtrack was, of course, Shaka Khan. True or false?
I'm guessing false.
That is false. That is right. Shaka Khan had nothing to do with this movie, nor was she ever asked to be a part of this. Okay, in the movie Cowboys and Aliens, we only see one person ever eat. What does that person eat by the campfire and feed to the little boy?
It's an apple. He's slicing with a knife, yeah?
I'm going to give you apple. I thought it was a potato, but it could have been peeled either way. We're giving you apple on that. That was a very difficult question, and you got it absolutely correct. Very, very good. Question number 4 for you, and this is probably going to be the hardest of the 5 questions that I'm going to ask you. Towards the end of the movie, the guy is supposed to get the bracelet off of him so the girl could blow up the whole place. In order for him to do this, she needed to kiss him, and that was the only way that the thing would fall off his wrist. True or false? That was fucking bullshit.
It was true.
That's true. That's right. That was super stupid. There had to have been a better way to get that thing off there, and maybe they could have
like a blowjob.
BJ would have done
okay.
it. I just don't understand. If she's like, you have to think about it coming off, but if you have to think about it coming off, then you clear your mind.
She said, "Do not think."
I know,
but in part of the movie, he was unconscious.
Exactly, so he couldn't have been thinking about it. It would have come off. That's what I'm saying. We're fucking picking holes in this thing already. It's not going to be a hater. I'm definitely not going to hate on it. I found a lot of things that I really liked about this one. You're doing great, Rodden. You've gotten 4 correct. It's 2 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock in the morning where you are. You seem to be with it. You seem to be
more than you.
Very, very well. Jesus Christ. You seem to have all your wits about you, and you seem to be kicking some ass. So let's try to get all 5 right. See if we can't go for the bonus question and get you up on the wall. Question number 5. The hottest girl in the movie was dead. True or false?
Depends on what you make of Olivia Wilde.
That is exactly right. You actually got that 100% correct. It depends on what you make of Olivia Wilde. It was a matter of opinion. There's no true or false there. It's just your taste. So you did manage to get all 5 questions correct, and your name is just 1 bonus question away from being on the wall of awesome.
In the movie Cowboys and Aliens, we see that Olivia Wilde's forehead is A, bulletproof, B, fireproof, C, bukkake proof, or D, used as the missile defense shield for Israel?
I think B, but you tell me.
He went with B.
B, fireproof. That is
Fireproof
absolutely
is absolutely correct. Yes, absolutely. Apparently, she's all fireproof.
Yeah.
And she definitely pulled a fucking Khaleesi.
I think we could prove the other 3 correct as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
But that's the only one we can prove based on the movie.
Well, he absolutely nailed it. You got them all correct, Rodden. Thank you so very much for waking up and being part of the show. Thank you for constantly supporting us and for all you do, buddy. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
Bye, Rodden.
Thanks for the call.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
That was random question time.
I don't know much about boats. I'd say that one's upside down. 500 miles from any river big enough to hold it. Well, let's get inside. Get out of the rain. I'm not going anywhere near that thing. Do it yourself. Sleep in the rain.
Yeah, man. Get in the boat.
I like how all the characters had their own journey, though. So, like, Daniel Craig's trying to figure out the history and the woman that he's remembering.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that his motivation to even be along with all of this? I mean, he's told...
I think so, yeah.
He's told by Harrison Ford, you're coming, you got this bracelet thingy.
Right.
And so is it like, okay, I'm going to just join in and...
Well, he doesn't join. He actually takes off first.
Yeah,
and then that's when he remembers.
He has the flashback.
After he has the flashback, then he says, oh, now I got to go figure out where my woman is.
Even though he can't remember what happened, he can remember the love.
I wonder if he remembered the woman and she wasn't as hot, if he would have just said, nah, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because she was that hot.
I don't feel like
he turned around.
Like, hotness is like that.
Well, he's not remembering, like, Pat, he's just remembering what she looks like.
He remembers the love.
No, he's remembering
Are we
all
sure?
the feelings.
Okay. If he remembered the love, then okay.
That's what I took from it.
Yeah, you're such a softie.
I didn't take anything from it because I didn't know what was going on. I kept missing things. I thought that other girl re-embodied. I thought that...
Now, that did go through my head a couple of times.
I never knew that the alien girl didn't know him. I didn't get that at all.
Yeah. Now, I did...
I found out at the end that she wasn't that girl.
It went through my head a couple of times that she might be her. Even after she came back... and got all Khaleesi and shit, you know,
exactly,
just coming out of the funeral
Thrones.
Pyre, but you know, this was before that.
Something bad. They just kind of just threw her body on a fire. I don't know if it was even like a funeral.
I know. I thought that was a pretty crazy kind of. That was pretty fucked up.
We'll just get rid of that right here.
Yeah.
I think my superpower is understanding movies because all movies that people go, I didn't get it, like the
Sixth Sense.
No,
I didn't not get it. It just didn't hold my. It didn't hold my attention.
Sixth Sense didn't get you at all.
No, but someone told me the ending.
See,
remember?
that's
doesn't
so
count.
fucked up. Because that one,
that's wrong.
100%. Like, I was completely.
I saw it in the theater. I was like, what?
Did we talk about Fight Club? Did Fight Club get you?
It's not that I figure out before I'm supposed to figure it out. It's that for movies that everyone comes out of and says, that didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
It always makes sense.
But that's not what I'm
Mission Impossible.
saying.
That's
the last season of Lost.
She's just saying that
all
she
that stuff
doesn't
makes
I'm
complete
saying
sense to me.
No, none
She
of it
doesn't
didn't make
figure
sense.
it
I'm
out
saying
as
that
it go- as she
as
does.
it was going, I just didn't hold my attention long enough. So whenever like little details were coming out, I just missed them.
Right, I get it.
I thought that line, though, where he goes, I don't know much about boats, but looks like that one's upside down. Like, that's one of 2 or 3 things that actually made me really laugh.
Right.
I laughed out loud.
And that was Sam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lost 328 men over a cornfield.
I remember those stories.
I don't recollect telling you any stories.
I'd listen when you tell them to Percy.
You get this through your thick Indian skull. Them stories weren't for you. They were for my son. Get out of here. Go look after the horses.
Good Batman impression.
Yeah.
Really good. You don't think?
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
It was hardcore, man.
Really old Batman.
I thought the acting by the Indian here was not good.
No, I didn't either.
I thought it was terrible.
I didn't like this
He did fine
scene.
in all the other ones, but
Again, I didn't like this scene.
because
I didn't find it believable that... I mean, I like...
Why would you be in awe of Harrison Ford for so long if this is how he talked to you all the time?
But I think... Okay, now that I actually get. I understand why. I mean, he saved this kid. This kid was literally it would have been. He would have been.
At some point, you're like, "Okay, dickhead."
Yeah, I'm sure word got out somewhere that he was Han Solo.
1800s, for Christ's sake.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know, I mean, like, that's not what happened.
He's just lucky to have food.
I mean, he would have probably been of service to that family for the rest of his life.
Whoa, what?
No, that's what I mean. You know, I don't mean like service them, like don't go, not that. I mean, like
he meant in a racist way. I think.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay.
I think race is obviously a factor here. I'm not being racist. I'm telling you the way that I think.
I don't think you're allowed to say if you're being racist or not. I don't think that's a thing.
So, Jared, I can connect you to this movie in 3 moves with this guy.
Uh-oh. What?
Yep.
Okay.
So his character's name is Nat Colorado. That's his name in the movie. His name is Adam Beach, the actor. He was in a movie called Wind Talkers. Do you remember that?
Yep.
So, Christian
Nicolas Cage?
with Christian Slater.
Oh, okay.
Christian Slater was in that movie. Christian Slater was in Phineas and Ferb episode 156, Delivery of Destiny. He played Paul the Delivery Guy.
Nice! And I was in that movie. I was in that one. I was in the whole episode, actually.
Were you in that episode?
Yeah, Delivery of Destiny. I actually am in the delivery truck, and I sing about this guy's day. Everything, like he's driving a truck down the street, kind of shit. Like,
boom, 3 moves.
That's awesome. Thank you, Will, ladies and gentlemen. Kitty Corner Will. Nice one. I like it. So here we do get to see a little bit of the human side of Harrison Ford,
right?
And he's cutting up it's arguably a apple,
yeah,
but he's already peeled it. But so it looked like a potato to me.
Yeah, I don't. Well,
but he had to go get supplies.
Would you eat a potato like that?
People do.
They've got to eat the apple so they don't get the gout,
right? Got
or
it.
Scurvy or whatever.
So he gives the knife to the kid, and then which I thought was a sweet gesture.
Yeah, that was my band in middle school.
What?
Sweet gesture.
Nice. Terrible name. The kid then is kind of, they're hiding from the alien, and then you fucking think the dog is dead, and I fucking hated it. And then we get to see the big scary alien.
Don't you love that they named the dog Dog?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
totally
the best part.
Yeah.
Why didn't that alien murder that kid?
Yeah. Agreed.
Why? He just felt him up with his teeny little pedophile
hands. I hated the little pedophile hands.
That was crazy.
They were creepy.
It really was.
It was
it was so bizarre when it came out.
They've been like clawy or something, but they were just like little nubbins.
Didn't make a lot of sense.
They had the same alien in Independence Day and Aliens. And then now this movie.
They open up from the center.
Open up and someone comes out of it. And it's like
I call them petty paws.
Thing.
I guess that's a thing. I don't know.
I'm just wondering if they're basing this off a real alien and they're like, can't not have it like this because that's how real aliens are.
I see what you're saying.
What I mean?
Yeah,
because of science?
They've got
like once you see something a certain
he's
way.
Saying that basically like Hangar 18 or whatever is real, and they've got some kind of inside information.
They know. They have
like everybody that's ever made an alien movie
they
has
have
that
the
information.
truth.
It's just a prequel.
Yeah.
I think it's
pretty cool, yeah.
It's a prequel of a prequel.
Oh, it's the prequel to Independence Day.
Yeah. It's before Independence Day. It's before Prometheus.
What? Tim is serious. We're laughing at it.
Very.
Can't find the dog.
We ain't waiting for him. He's run off or dead. Let's go.
Hey, wait. Are we going to say some words over him?
Only one who knows what to say is in the ground. Ain't it enough we took the time to put him there?
No, it's not enough.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, you took the time to bury him. And
why weren't they saying words as they were shoveling dirt on it? I mean, let's be more efficient.
Yeah.
We don't have to stop
sing a song.
and then,
Yeah, that's
just
the thing.
do it during the
Jaret, you have
shoveling.
all the feelings.
Yeah, I would probably venture on the side of saying something, too.
You probably would want to be the one that says it.
Probably, yeah.
Would you say
He's dead. I
am clearly the most famous person in this ceremony?
He would.
I would, yeah. I would open up with everybody gather around. If you're not paying attention to me, you're being a dick. I am clearly the most famous person here, so I will handle this. This guy fought hard and lived a valiant life, and too bad it was cut short by something not of this earth.
Right. Which we can't even define because we don't even
know what the fuck is going on.
Like we don't have a reference point.
We have literally no concept of fucking anything.
So probably demons.
Yeah.
So
until aliens.
So we've sinned too much.
Damn it. Jake,
Did you break my tooth? Would you shut up? I'm thinking.
I like the music.
Walton Goggins, man.
You know, on this ride though, Harrison Ford stops to the kid. The kid's upset, and he gives him the whole speech about being a man. And he's kind of endearing for the first time. You know, it's the first time that I actually liked the guy. I didn't even like it when he gave him the potato or the knife. I thought he was up to something. But this was a good speech. I like it. I think he meant well by it. And then, we get into this Walter Goggins gang, and this dude's in fucking everything. I like the intro into this, though.
Do you not know this guy?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. No, I was saying, I love the intro to this scene. It's like, well, this is what's called a hold-up. Welcome, everybody. You know?
He is very much like Johnny Depp in that he refuses to play any character, like, straight. Yeah. Like, it's always some odd take on it. Like he was the transvestite in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, that's right.
He was the flamboyant preacher criminal in Justified. Mm-hmm. What else was he in?
I've never seen anything that you're saying right now.
I thought this scene was so funny just because whenever he hey, boss, and comes up and he's like, I'm going to punch him in the fucking face. Like, just decides to assume, like, this is probably the relationship we have. Yeah. And the guy looks so offended from that point until the end of, seeing him again. Like, that clearly they were not those kind of friends.
No. But I do love you were always my favorite.
That was the best.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't tell you.
You're one of them?
No. I'm from a different place. I took this form so I could walk among you.
You should have told me.
I didn't know if I could heal this body. If I would wake up.
Now she's taking this form, this his mind's got to be blown.
Yeah.
I was disappointed that we didn't get to see what her form looked like.
Again,
I was waiting for boobs.
I thought it was going to be a full-on Khaleesi moment. I thought season 1 and 2.
You can only tell she was an alien because she had eyeliner. I don't know.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, it was the forehead that gave it away for me.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
What?
No, I don't know what you have. Maybe
she was from
hands.
a galaxy far, far away, and it comes full circle.
So he's just like, I can't remember anything. They're going to help you remember. And I'm like, oh, shit, peyote. Here we go.
Yeah, that's
no, it was just like a head massage, right?
Yeah, they just got like a drink of tea.
They do that to us at the foot spa.
Oh, yeah, we remember all kinds of shit, don't we?
Did you know Indians could cure amnesia?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Jason Bourne would have been a completely different movie.
I think they're called Native Americans.
Yeah, they are now.
Yeah.
They did call them Indians in the movie, so I understand that you're confused. It's fine.
Right, that's fine. So let's go back a little bit. When they're, before she dies, when they're riding around on the spacecraft, and he, rides his horse and,
Oh, yeah, he's like, we flew. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah. That's right. And he did.
But when he jumps from the horse onto the craft, the only thing I could think of that entire time is getting my fingers pinched because all of those little moving parts.
I know.
That was driving me crazy.
How is he keeping up with this flying spaceship on a horse?
Well, he was cutting it off. The craft was going through the canyon, which curved, and he was just going straight.
Well, and the line
he was keeping up with it as he's riding next to her.
He says to her, I've got you. And I'm thinking, no, you don't. That thing now has both of you guys. You're flying.
And it's going to pinch you on your fingers.
Yeah, I know. I get scared of the movie. I was thinking that when they were climbing up the big spaceship, too. I don't want to get pinched.
No. For interstellar aliens, they sure do make craft that put out a lot of pollution.
Yeah, that's true.
It was coughing up a lot of smoke.
It was.
That's part of their evil plan.
Yeah.
That's why they have to find a new place to live.
They're alien dicks.
So what are they doing here?
They want gold.
Well, that's just ridiculous. What are they going to do? Buy something?
It's as rare to them as it is to you. What about my grandpa?
What about my wife? What about the other people? Are they still alive?
If they are, they won't be for long. They're studying your weaknesses. These are just scouts. If we let them leave, they'll come back with more, and there will be no survivors. It's what they did to my people. I came here to make sure it would not happen again, but we have to work together.
That's trying to scare you.
Yeah,
you jumped a little bit.
But why do they kill all the life on the planets that they're getting their gold from?
Yeah.
What's the point of it?
It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
They're mean. They're bullies.
They killed all my people too for the gold. What?
I thought I was going to walk into a Tim Tool, I hate this movie because why would they come all this way to get gold?
Well, I was going to say,
I actually
Tim,
had that
as
argument.
a fellow nerd, why wouldn't they just go to the asteroid belt and go to one of those meteors and get the gold there?
Yeah, because they don't have a fight, right?
Yeah, I guess they're alien dicks.
Yeah, they're stupid.
Terrorists.
That's
Probably
easy.
going for oil, too.
The gold is much better if you have to work hard for it.
It's funny though that we watched this at different times and didn't discuss this, but I thought for some reason at first that she was talking about the Native Americans as well. Like, why is it they want gold or whatever? I'm like, oh, well, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe they will buy stuff with that. What's the argument?
Yeah,
here?
I thought when he said, what do they want with it? I thought he was talking about them. Like, why would they want it? They're like living simple lives. And
yeah, same.
Don't we have a baseball team called the Cleveland Indians, and it's got an Indian on the thing?
It's a whole thing, Rich. Let's just not even open that up.
All right.
Did you ever see the movie The Cat from Outer Space?
Oh, yes! Absolutely.
You remember what that... It's all about gold. The cat needs the gold to fix the fucking spaceship.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's absolutely... It's a Disney movie. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
The Cat from Outer Space, and he talked and stuff.
I want to watch that Disney movie with just a live commentary of Tim Tool watching it.
He needed the thing on his neck, but they had to gamble and get the gold and...
So I did all this research because I thought someone was going to go right at me about the gold thing. But gold comes from colliding dead stars, so that's why it's so rare because it doesn't happen a lot. It's a key component in electronics and computers, which I assume if you're some kind of spacefaring civilization, you probably have some kind of computers. And in the aerospace industry, where reliable and effective technologies are key to survival, gold plays an essential role. Gold is used to lubricate mechanical parts, conduct electricity, and coat the insides of space vehicles to protect people inside from infrared radiation and heat.
They also put little bits of it in Goldschlager.
That's true.
So here's a story about Goldschlager.
Okay.
I've only thrown up twice in my life.
Okay.
Twice. Ever.
Yep.
When was the last time?
When I was 6 years old.
You were drinking
Got
Goldschlager
hammered
at
on Goldschlager?
6?
Jesus Christ.
I was eating Arby's, and I had that fucking sauce that it comes with, and I can't ever eat that sauce.
Oh my God, it's the best sauce in the world.
You should give it another chance.
Oh my God.
So number 2, I was 22 years old in college, and I drank too much Goldschlager.
Wow.
Ooh,
what year was that?
That was 1993.
Nobody needs that.
Puke free since '93.
Wow.
That's from How I Met Your Mother.
Did you also shit gold?
No, I didn't keep it.
We ran out of alcohol and chasers one night in California, and decided to mix Goldschlager with milk and drink it really fast so it didn't froze. But it just tasted like the bottom of Cinnamon Toast Crunch when you're
That'll
done.
give you space age.
Anyway, then we all
sense.
puked.
That absolutely makes sense.
It really did.
Yeah, I bet it did.
But you had to drink it really fast.
Yeah, I bet.
Things you shouldn't drink fast: alcohol or milk. By the way,
or together.
It didn't end well for anybody.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
How did they build something like that?
They arrived in it. It's their vessel. That's only the top. The rest is underground. It's how they mine for gold.
So there is gold here. Can they see out of there?
They don't see well in daylight. They stay underground in caverns where it's dark.
We'll never even get close. Those flying machines will just pick us off before we get anywhere near it.
Well, there is another way in. Down there. Way I came out.
You guys are absolutely right. It's when that's their vessel. They arrived in it, and they've got to be like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Arrived.
All of a sudden, it's
from.
From
did they come in the ocean? Did the vessel? How did the vessel get across the ground?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, don't you remember when they're sitting with all the natives and she's telling their story and she's like, I'm from beyond the stars, above the stars, and they're like, okay,
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, we can see that.
That makes perfect sense. Actually.
There's got to be something up there.
I mean, Earth is flat, and it's just right up there.
Yeah, the only way you can go is up. Left, right, or up.
Oh, they seem to see pretty good in the daylight.
Exactly. They knew exactly where they were going. They're running.
They were like decapitating people off of horses, in one.
They can stab you right through your chest, no problem.
Well, they're lucky it wasn't nighttime.
She had some really bad information. Like the spy was like a counter spy that told her that or something.
Yeah.
A double agent.
I thought the same thing. I'm just like, yeah, it seems to be going pretty well with the eyesight in the daytime. How are they flying these up and just fishing you fuckers right off your horses?
Right. You know, they could build spaceships. Maybe they can have sunglasses.
There you go. That could be it.
Jesus, that is really... Oh, I meant the little guys on the inside, they hate sunlight. But that big thing around them that looks like a monster, that's like shades.
Right. Yeah, it's fine.
We're going as far away as we can go. You remember La Playa in Puerto Vallarta?
You got good fishing? Good tequila? You want to come with us?
Don't make no difference. It's not far enough.
What the hell were those things, Jake?
Doesn't matter. They're gonna find us. And they're gonna wipe us out.
What the hell are you saying?
What I'm saying is you got a choice. You can drink your last few hours away on a beach, which, by the way, is not a bad idea. Or you can follow me one last time.
I think I'm making the choice to go to the beach.
I'm beach bound.
I mean,
for real.
At this point, it's just like I've seen what can happen.
Yeah, and when Jake goes riding off to go get the gang, why didn't he just mention it to somebody?
He should have told everybody.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean,
guys.
Because they were about to charge the thing, and he's like, why'd you guys charge? Well, you didn't fucking tell us where you were going.
Yeah.
We would have waited for the reinforcements had you just said one thing.
Was pretty cool, though, because the chief is asking him, why do you have so few people following you? And then around the corner
that was
comes basically another, you see,
around the corner comes like,
and they're all like,
1/100th the people that he has.
A bunch of, is a hell of a posse. Hell of a posse.
Can I just say Daniel Craig's Western accent? I didn't like it.
I feel like
English.
Maybe it was like an Elvis thing where they just gave him as few lines as possible, maybe,
And then they were like, just take your shirt off.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Do you agree? I mean, I just didn't. I was listening to him like, that's not Western accent.
Totally, but I feel like that was
But you realize that, like, all of these people are from England at some point. I mean, even the people that lived in New England had English accents.
Is from England several generations back. I don't have an English accent.
What I'm saying
it's a stretch.
He literally could have gotten off the boat
where a girl lingers and just watches him with his shirt off just to kill 3 minutes.
Why didn't
with
he
his
just
shirt
keep
off?
his English accent?
Well, I think too. Because you definitely know that
he lost it a little bit.
That those influences were there because the guy who's running the gang now had an Irish or Scottish accent.
Yeah, the Scottish guy. Yeah, I love that guy. That guy's awesome.
Well, you're just like that guy because you think he's going to get you some fire vagina.
Yeah, he has a sister, I think.
Yeah. I've been up since 2 a.m.
You out?
We're almost done. We had 4 clips to go.
Let's all just say good night to Tim.
Yeah.
Night, Tim.
Good night, Tim.
I get some sleep tonight. Thanks for having me. This was like the coolest movie ever that wasn't.
All right, man. Get some rest, dude.
All right.
But his parents died in the Mexican War. And you took him in when he was only a boy. But you gave him purpose.
There you go.
Taught him how to take care of himself. Even though you were not blood. But you despise battle. But would never run from it.
Did you cry in this?
I did, right here.
I knew it!
Yeah, I did. And
awesome.
I waited till this moment to tell you. Because I think it's important to note that, like, I get, that you probably have an impression of what you think that I'm like when I'm watching these things, but I take it very seriously.
Good.
I sit and watch the movie. So,
I like that.
Sure, it's an emotional scene, and it got me. I cried.
He's low T.
I cry a lot, actually. Shit, I was at my best friend Linus got married this weekend, and I did the toast at the rehearsal dinner.
I cried in Mark's wedding.
I cried at that, and then I fucking cried the whole wedding, like literally the whole time. and even though both my toasts were the most hilarious toast of all time,
obviously, yes.
I still cried.
Are you serious?
But I was done crying at the wedding. At the rehearsal dinner.
I always dreamed of riding into battle with you.
I always dreamed of having a son like you.
Go. Get Percy. Get your son.
It's because anytime there's like a father and son or father and daughter situation like that, it's going to get me. Like that, to me, you just always will assume.
Right.
I'm going to cry.
Right.
If it has to do with a father and kids.
Same here.
It's just, I can't, that's just not something I can. And I was watching it with Jack. He was home with a sore throat. You know, I don't know. It was fucking emotional.
Yeah.
Emotional weekend.
I think the aliens would have done well to have ADT security because it was just a little easy to get in. They didn't have any kind of
nothing surrounding them.
She explained to them that they won't be guarding it because they think of you like ants. They're
you're insects to them.
Right. That's right.
Which actually makes a lot of sense.
But even if you
nobody's going to come looking for them. They're outside this really small town. You know, doesn't even have nothing. It's a little town.
I put up little Roach Motel ant things all over.
I don't walk around in my beds because those ants will bite you.
Ants are no joke.
You can't joke about ants.
No.
I do have a joke about ants.
They have a union. You can't. They'll pick it.
Do you know what's worse than ants in your pants?
No.
Uncles.
It's a NAMBLA joke.
Yeah. Ants in your pants.
Nice.
And I need to dance.
Sorry about the creepy laugh.
I came here to destroy that thing. With the bracelet. Take it off.
I can't take it off.
Yes, you can. You can control it.
How?
Same way you shoot it, with your mind. You have to stop thinking.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Here we call bullshit. Even I walked in as Casey was seeing this scene, and she thought exactly the same thing I did. It's like, that didn't explain anything. I'm going to kiss you, so your mind's going to go blank, so the bracelet's just going to fall off. That doesn't make any sense.
I think what she was trying to say is that you need to have all the blood leave your brain and go to your penis.
Go to your TT. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I get it.
That makes your wrists go a little bit thinner.
Right. It's the movement of the blood from one place to another in a very quick fashion.
And then he went limp-wristed.
Is what does it. Yeah.
And that did it. I get it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't get it.
Yeah, me either. It's still, I don't.
It was weak.
I don't like it. I didn't like this explanation.
The two main people needing to kiss. How are we going to do it?
Yeah. Again, it's like you control it by going, shoot that motherfucker, and it shoots. And why can't you just go, get off me?
Because that's not how it works. She read the instruction manual. You did not.
Apparently she did.
Yeah, she knows a lot. Like, I wonder if she had like a thing with one of the other aliens.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of insider information.
Yeah.
Maybe the whole thing was like she starts kissing him and he thinks to himself, get off of me. And it falls off his wrist.
Because he's violated.
I figured it out. That's why you're here.
He doesn't want space aids.
Nobody does.
Nobody does. That's a serious issue.
But aliens do hold grudges, though.
They do. Oh boy!
Right?
And I actually really liked this. How he gets pinned down by the guy that he cut with the freaking light torch.
Right.
And that you could see the scar and all that, which looked fucking gruesome, by the way.
And then Han Solo did the whole Death Star thing again, where he's like, shoots him, now blow this thing, let's go home, right?
That's awesome.
He kind of did, I guess. No, actually, he just said, where's the girl? And he goes, I don't know, she ran the other way.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
They still got the hell out of there, Like, he was like, I've already run after one, I'm not going to run after another.
It's a lot of running.
It is.
Yeah.
You weren't going to leave without saying goodbye, were you?
I'm a wanted man. Well, I could have sworn I saw Jake Lonergan die in those caves, didn't you, Sheriff?
Damn shame. I was looking forward to hanging him myself.
I could use a good man around here.
Yes, you could.
Jake, she's in a better place.
I'll see you around, Colonel.
So I assume that this has to end this way because it's a comic book and it has to keep going.
I guess so.
Because to me, like, you could have made it end happy. Why not? I mean, he doesn't have to be a loner for the rest of his life just because the gold melted on the table and fucking ran up to the ceiling and shit and they fished for his wife.
Yeah.
Like, now he's had 2 girls fished away from him.
Yeah.
Like, he can't. I bet he fucking hates fishing. He's not going to that beach. There's no way he's going to that beach. He's just like, I don't want that. Wouldn't they all be scared of fishing? Let's go back to that. Like you're like he's like, man, there's some good fishing and
Now I
good
know
tequila.
what fish feels
wouldn't
like.
you? Yeah, wouldn't you be like, let's fucking not do that anymore? Like
maybe that's what the aliens are doing. They just like fishing.
Yeah, it's karma. That's what it is.
And this is why chicken is so popular now.
It's got to be what it is. What the fuck is going on with Chick-fil-A? Seriously,
What do you mean?
It's
Too popular, you mean?
It's too popular.
Yeah.
Why don't they build more?
Well, that's just it. But like,
They need to buy the Taco Bell right next door because there's no one ever in the drive-thru for the Taco Bell.
But I mean,
and
like,
it's wrapped around the
they've
block.
It's literally will wrap around it twice in
Yes.
some locations.
Yes.
And it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You're not even talking
It's
lunchtime.
anytime.
But what it didn't used to be
They
that
put
way.
in 2 drive-thrus on mine, and it still goes
They
around.
don't even
though.
use the 2 drive-thrus at the one in
No,
Frisco
it's
anymore.
too busy.
Because it's too busy. They can't do it.
Oh, they have to come out and take the orders.
Yeah. So they have like a whole system, and I mean that line
moves
can
fast.
be. It's awesome. I mean, it moves fast, but I can't even imagine. Here's what I'm asking. I'm being serious. What's happening? It didn't used to be like.
It's like fast.
Oh, it's because
Seemingly
Chick-fil-A
healthy.
doesn't like gay people. So
It's not because of that, but I have thought about it.
So they got to support it.
I have thought about that, and I wondered why did all that bad publicity do them that much good? But it's not. It can't be.
It was like that before that.
It was not. Oh, but I mean, not like it is now. This is insane.
It's been like that for the last
Chick-fil-A
10 years.
Chick-fil-A is the in and out of Texas.
honestly, the area that we lived in, the Chick-fil-A was always busy, but not like this.
Not like this.
It was before high school let in because everybody went there for breakfast, and then the rest of the day it was like whatever.
But I don't
It's
even
the
feel
most
like this
amazing
one was
food
like
ever.
that when we moved
effing
here.
delicious.
It's the
I
best
love
food
it.
ever.
It really is delicious.
It's terribly delicious.
Yeah, and you can eat healthy there if you want to.
If you want to,
like
yeah.
that grilled chicken sandwich is really good, and
Yeah,
you
they're
get
little naked.
best fruit
things.
cup on. The, you don't agree? You don't like the apples, right?
Yeah, no, but the fruit cup is amazing.
It's the best fruit cup. But see,
Yeah.
I don't like melon in fruit cups because I feel like it's just a
filler.
It's a filler. It's a
Right.
space holder. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's the waxy filler and cheap
I don't mind if
shampoos.
they use it as a filler. I don't like it when they use it as the main.
But it's 2 kinds of apples.
80%.
I hate mango.
I'm allergic to
That
cantaloupe.
needs to go out there.
Oh man, you're allergic to cantaloupe, but you're not allergic to melon.
No, something about cantaloupe tears my mouth up.
Ah, so I get that sometimes if I eat like a raw, like just a banana. If a banana's like
Pineapple.
in something, it doesn't do that to me. But if I eat just like a banana off, like as a banana,
No, it's not like it's acid and eats my mouth up. It like makes me turn red. It's weird.
yeah,
I don't know. My daughter too.
huh?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Way to go, Will.
Yeah,
Pass it on
So
down
now
to her.
she's got that going for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're going to be allergic to anything, it should be fucking cantaloupe.
That is
I know.
true.
Who
knows that shit?
Okay, I'm recently allergic to shellfish, and it's like ruining my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not one person
If
in the
I
world.
got diagnosed with being allergic to fucking cantaloupe, like I don't think I'd be like,
Cool.
If I can
Good.
eat shrimp, I would die.
Yeah, it sucks because I make a mean shrimp taco. We can't have that anymore.
I make a mean
to my
shrimp
house and make me
taco.
shrimp tacos.
I will. I will sometime.
I
don't
get
even think I'm allowed to
combination
prepare it
fried
anymore.
rice. That's where I eat the most
Nope,
shrimp.
can't do that anymore.
Oh man, and
Paige did it today.
what?
Got combo lo mein and was like, "Do you want some of this?" And I was like, "Go fuck yourself."
That's her sister
Call
that was in
yourself my
visiting.
sister.
Oh, is she in town?
Not anymore.
Oh, wow.
She's not a redhead either, so don't worry about it.
So overall, I mean, I actually will say that I one of my favorite aspects, my 2 favorite things about doing Jaret Goes to the Movies, besides the show itself, are that Casey and I get to sit down for a couple of hours a week, watch a movie together that we might not watch, and again, this is, I guess they're combined because a lot of times it's a movie that we wouldn't be watching at that time. So. I thought it was really good. If I would never have seen this,
Right.
just because of the title,
Sure.
and which is crazy too because it's not like they didn't attach a big name to it. I mean, they
Right.
got Harrison Ford, and I mean that's
Gano Chris.
kind of as big as it gets, But yeah, I think it was a good pick, Rich. I think like trying
It
to
certainly
get
was interesting to talk about. Like that's
Yeah.
why I picked it because I thought it would give us a lot of topics. Even if everyone didn't like it, there's
Yeah.
still tons to
I'm
talk
actually
about.
surprised how much there was to talk about.
Yeah.
Like as we broke it down, because as I was watching it, I was like, alien explosion, cowboy, cowboy, dog, dog, dog. Like, and
It's going to be hard, I think, if any of you have been listening for the almost year that we've been doing this show. I'm not really ever just going to hate a a movie. It's just not ever going to happen. I'm just not like that. Like
yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Oh, I am. There's some movies I hate.
Which will be awesome.
Which will be Friday.
Yes, next time.
But I just don't. I'm not like that. I pretty much find something in everything that I like, and that's how I am.
I am generally like that. That's why I actually found it kind of weird that I hated Outsiders so much.
Yeah, I still find that. I find that weirder than Arthur. But Arthur almost broke up the show.
Hate Arthur.
I
just
loved
didn't
Arthur.
think
I've never
it
even
was-
seen it, and it was so good.
I just didn't think it was as funny as I remembered it to be. Whereas The Outsiders,
But then you just shit on it in here for 2 hours and made it literally.
That was the worst day ever.
It may have been.
Let's all move on from that
definitely
day.
the worst day of the show in show history for sure.
I didn't hate on it as much as I think you thought I was hating on it. There was
your entire argument.
Oh my gosh! Let's not do it again.
Stop.
I don't want to do it again.
The entire night, the whole night, all you did was talk about how
Jaret hates
good the
remakes.
remake was. But the point of this show is to talk about a movie.
Yeah, I didn't say that, but
Okay.
No,
I
but-
just watched the same exact debate like 2 hours ago. Let's take a breath. You get 15 more seconds, and it's your turn.
Like,
to
I
talk.
didn't hate Arthur. I just didn't find it as funny as I remembered it to be. I really hated The Outsiders. Like, The Outsiders was like one of the worst movies I've ever seen ever, and I've seen Johnny Mnemonic.
And I actually thought that you would like that because you like these kind of comic book movies because it was a storybook movie. It's a movie made
I have
about
not
a
yet
story.
to like a storybook movie.
No,
'cause
that
I
was a
didn't
Christmas story. You
Yeah, the
hated
Christmas
that.
story. I didn't hate it. I just didn't.
No, you hated it.
No, now that I've seen The Outsiders, it goes up.
No,
Quite a bit.
Christmas Story is definitely, again, that's Nirvana syndrome for sure. Because
I thought it was a cute movie.
It's a movie that everybody likes that you came out wondering, like, what's the big deal with this, and just wanted to shit all over it.
Right. I thought it was a cute movie that I didn't like the narration of. That was really my only beef with the movie was the narration on it just wasn't as good as narration is today, and so it was failed from comparison.
This is The Outsiders or the Christmas
No, this is
Christmas Story.
The Outsiders.
He hated the narration, which is the best part of the movie.
Is literally the bottom of the barrel
Well,
for me.
it's supposed, again, it was supposed to be a certain thing. I mean, like, I wonder if you did you like the Little Rascals at all?
Yeah, I love that.
And so have you ever seen Rascal Dazzle, the movie that they put out later in life where it was like a featured thing and they had Jerry Lewis animate it? And so they just basically took all these clips and made it into a movie by having him do this narration or whatever. And it's just really, really a fun watch. Really cool. So I think sometimes, and then we talked about the narration in Fight Club and how it was a completely different thing. You hated that. And I sort of gave you that because there was just too much substance.
Again, by comparison of The Outsiders, I really didn't hate it. It just, and I told you, I love Fight Club when I first watched it. It was the second watching that it didn't connect with. I just saw a lot of flaws in it. Fight Club's a good movie. I enjoyed watching the Fight Club. I just thought that the narration was kind of verbal diarrhea. That was my beef with that movie. I didn't hate the movie, though.
Well, he's narrating it because he's split personality.
No, I get
That's
it.
why he's narrating it himself. He's like telling his own story to himself.
Yeah, I get it. I just didn't enjoy the narration.
Where the fuck were you then, Will?
Well, plus the fucking Pixies did the soundtrack.
No,
awesome.
You did a great
What
job
about
of
Cowboys versus Aliens?
Nah, it sucked.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
All right, we're checking the mailbag. Hey, Rich, where can people email us or message us?
They can contact us on Facebook. Search Jaret Goes to the Movies on Facebook. Twitter is @Jaret Movies.
Yep, we answer those too.
And then the email, which we just heard, is jaretgoestothemovies
@gmail.com. That's right. That's why it threw you, because it had just given the address.
Right.
And I was kind of wanting you to just kind of break into the other things. But
yeah.
I get now why I got that look. Like, the
They
fuck
just said
are
it.
you talking about? Simply Dino asks, do you enjoy a good old English tea, chap? The answer to that is absolutely not.
Me either.
I just started liking coffee, and it's the first warm liquid I've ever liked, but I have not actually even had a cup since last winter because I'm not going to drink it during the summer. I don't like tea. I think it's like super bland. I like the idea of tea, like tea time.
Does he mean like the milk and tea kind of thing?
That's what he means.
Okay.
So like you take a break and you have little crackers and cheese and shit.
My ex used to do Earl Grey, and I think she did the hot with milk.
I love tea.
Yeah, I can't.
I had my first English tea in England last time because remember I was sick.
That's right.
And I was like, like all morning, and everyone was sleeping on the tour bus, and they were trying to be nice about it, but like everybody wanted me to go fuck myself, but it was too cold outside for me to go there.
Right.
And
we could have done it inside. I'd have watched.
Somebody was like, "Here, let me make you some English tea," and it was really good.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm not. I like iced tea, which I know English people find completely insane.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we think warm beer is weird, so
we actually make it over there though. So we'll make like a big pot of English tea, and then melt it into ice, and then ice it down again, and it becomes delicious iced tea.
So when we're saying English tea, we're just talking about black tea.
Essentially, but also warm. Warm on a saucer at a certain time of the day, and you dip a biscuit into it.
We're talking about just black tea, right? We're not talking about English breakfast tea or Earl Grey tea.
Oh, no. I believe just like
English
a cup of
breakfast
tea.
at work.
Rob Wand asked this. Who do you guys think would win in a butler off? Hobson from Arthur or Peepers from another period?
You probably have no idea who Peepers is.
I don't know who Peepers is. I will say this. This is so insane to me. I was thinking about this morning when I woke up. And I was thinking how cool that aspect of Arthur was, that like this guy pretty much had raised him, and how Arthur was with him till the day he died, and this guy was literally still taking care of him as he's, in the hospital and on his deathbed, making sure that he's going to be okay when he's gone.
Right.
And so I think, to me, even not knowing the other butler, I would put Hobson against Mr. Belvedere, Benson.
Hobson always wins.
Hobson wins.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Randy Flake of Forsaken Sights says this. Last June, I saw Bowling for Soup play at the Vogue in Indianapolis with my wife and friend. I was wondering, do you guys ever come out and hang with the crowd? I had a nice chat with the Dolly Rots and Ivory Tribes, but sadly, I didn't get to meet any of you funny fucks. Hope to one day share the stage with you. Actually, we do all the time. We make it a point to try and watch all the opening bands. It's not like every night, just because sometimes we have other shit going on. But we do go back to the bar and hang out. Sometimes go back and visit merch. We're definitely not one of those hideaway bands. So if that's what you're asking.
When I saw you guys were out on the street, like signing for the kids that couldn't get in or whatever.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. So we try to take care of everybody that we can. And in England, sometimes I will say this to any of my English fans: if I've never met you, if you've stayed after the show, it honestly depends on the night. Sometimes dinner doesn't come till after the show. Sometimes showers happen after the show, and it can take a couple of hours for us actually to get out there. And it's not like we're trying to leave you in the cold. It's just it's circumstances of the tour and the night. But obviously, love to meet everybody anytime we absolutely can.
Let's check the Facebook page.
Stuart Cooper writes, "You guys rock. I have recently found your podcast and have listened to every episode. They have helped get me through my 12-hour night shifts. I will be donating soon because more content is a must. All the best from the UK." Well, thank you, Stuart, man. That is
awesome.
That is really awesome. Anybody who wants to be a part of the show, we had 5 questions tonight with Rod and James, who is one of our supporters on Patreon. But you can get there super easy. You can just go to JaretGoesToTheMovies.com and click on Support Us. And for as little as $1 a month, you can get tons and tons of extra content every single week. And every dollar counts for us. We are 100% a growing podcast that is trying to keep it going, trying to keep it real, not fake. Not the other thing. Yeah.
Right, not
so,
fake.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jaret. This has been a really fun one. I'm glad we did this movie.
Snappy.
It's been a good time. And Rich, thank you so much. Casey, thank you as always. Will, thank you very much. If you guys want to find us on the internet, it's super easy. Just go to JaretGoesToTheMovies.com or click on our Facebook page, or just check out our Facebook page, which is at Jaret Goes to the Movies or Jaret Movies. On Twitter, you can follow me on Instagram or anything, actually. And even my Facebook now is Jaret2113. So,
oh, really?
Yep. You can do a thing now where you get like a shortcut to your Facebook.
I think I've done that like 5 years ago.
Yeah, well, I just did it. So I'm Jaret2113 at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and on Snapchat, which I try to get on every once in a while. Rich, you got anything to plug?
No.
All right. Everybody go check out drunkdynasty.com to get the Bowling for Soup album. You still got a little bit of time to get it at the EP price. And for everyone else, we'll see you down the road.